gamingtheWrightway is now live. Streaming MLB The Show 25, gamingtheWrightway playing as Shoeless Joe Jackson.
White Sox and the Detroit Tigers. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. So almost ready to get underway, and on the hill today, Reese Olson.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
On the ground at first, Torkelson steps on first for the out.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and look at the numbers. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Vierling makes the grab, one pitch and one out. So bases all loaded up. Jackson the next to hit, 0 for 2 in this one. And that is out of play.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Line drive. Base hit. 1 run in already. Fires to the plate. It's offline, and he scores. And the lead is up to 5.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Andrew Benintendi up to the plate.
Andrew Benintendi.
Torkelson. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. They strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple left on. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the White Sox 5 and the Tigers nothing. So digging in, Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Shoeless Joe Jackson.
That one down the line, and foul ball. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. 4 runs already in the frame, and we're at the top of the 5th. Fought off foul. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Green gets under it, brings it in, and that is that. Shoeless Joe Jackson steps to the plate for the White Sox. And first offering is fouled off. That one lifted to left. Green going after it. And that is that. So 1 left for the White Sox, but they still hold a commanding 9-1 lead. So a man at first. And now the DH, Shoeless Joe Jackson. He's got some power, no doubt. He swings and fouls one off. Foul ball there. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And that one is inside ball one.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Sosa leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, 9, 2 up in inning number 9. 2 outs, nobody
Now
on.
batting, the third baseman.
Up now for the Tigers.
Keith.
This one in the air. Baldwin. And he's got it. Ball game. And the White Sox take this one in a blowout.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact,
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show has action out of the AL Central. It's the Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Tigers. Today, our focus is on a team that's been absolutely tearing it up at the plate, Singy.
yeah, you got that right, Boog. This lineup has been a nightmare for opposing pitchers, and everyone is contributing. Eager to see if that carries over to this.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, just about ready for baseball. Our starting pitcher in this one, Brant Herter.
Well, this guy's so elusive. Last year took the loss in 1 game. You talk about a walking rabbit's foot. Just unreal that the odds and the numbers could bear out that way, no matter how good you are. But that's the kind of season he had last year, and I'm sure they're hoping that they can build off of that momentum when he's on the mound.
Shoeless Joe Jackson stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Popped foul out of play off to the right.
One thing that stands out is the rookie's ability to generate doubles. It's early, but he's already collected a few extra base hits this season.
Swing and a ground ball. Finds its way through, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Batting fourth, the left fielder.
Now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit.
Benintendi.
Step off, throw to first, and he's back in safely. Benintendi with a homer in his last game. Ground ball right side, it squirts through. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Just one of those seen high base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Throw on to Torkelson. Third out. White Sox strand a couple. The Tigers coming up. No score. Back here in Detroit. On the hill here today, Davis Martin.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
2 gone now. Yeah.
The left fielder, number 23, Andrew Benintendi.
Go ahead run on base.
Up next for Chicago,
Jackson getting ready to hit.
Shoeless
1 for
Joe
2 with a 2-run
Jackson.
single back in the first. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Tachman off of first with 2 away. This to center field. Torres on the move. And that is that. White Sox leave 1. Score remains tied 1-1. And now the center fielder, Shoeless Joe Jackson. Golden opportunity right here. This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Laser base hit. 1 runs in, headed for the plate. Relay throw home. Save. In comes the run from second. It's 3-2.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
Benintendi up here.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
In the air on the infield. And the infield fly is called.
Now batting, the second baseman, Lenny.
And here is Sosa to the plate. He caught it behind his back. The throw, and they get the out. Back at Comerica Park. Now here is Shoeless Joe Jackson. Foley back to work. Ball 1 there.
1 ball, no strike.
On the ground, right side. And that one handled on the run. Sends it over to first. On the money. Nice play. Base is empty with 2 away. Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers.
Spencer Torkelson.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Smoked on the ground a second. Throw to first. Ball game. And the White Sox take the first 2 games of this series on the road.
Well, even though these guys got the win and this guy got the save, you can tell he's a little dejected. Not the performance that he wanted, giving up a couple of runs. But in the end, got to be happy that you got the W. The team can go in the clubhouse and celebrate this victory.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire... And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Tigers. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the Bruins to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. On the hill and coming off a great start, Casey Mize.
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the third out, and we'll end the inning. It's the White Sox. Back here with my pal Singy, and on the hill, Jairo Iriarte.
It's a tough veteran lineup on the other side, but I'm excited to see what this rookie can do in this one.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Sosa at second with nobody out. And a foul ball. Man at second. Fastball right back to the mound. Slings to first and one away in the top of the third.
Now batting, the left fielder, Andrew.
And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. Now at the plate, Shoeless Joe Jackson. That misses. Ball one.
You know, these White Sox really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished. Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
Runner at first with no outs here. A swing and a soft liner. Oh, he gloves it.
Now pitching for the
Johnny
Tigers.
Brevia is forced to the mound after the injury. This is his third time out this year. So up next, Brooks Baldwin. The 1-1. Liner, base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Lifted in the air, out to left. Corrals it, and there's two down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. Carpenter sizing this one up. He's got it, and that'll do it. Done from the Tigers bullpen there.
The designated hitter.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Jackson now at the plate. Ripped to short. In plenty of time to first. That's the first out, the top of the seventh. Next is the designated hitter, Shoeless Joe Jackson. And a foul ball. This one popped up. Torkelson in position. And it's caught for the out. So 2 on with 2 away. Now the left fielder, Riley Green. Lifted to left, and that should do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the White Sox come in here and finish off a 3-game sweep.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't.
just about set to go now. And today's starter, Daniel Espino. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
There's always a bit of a learning curve for rookie pitchers. You've got to get familiar with these big league hitters, and it's more of a chess match. But I think this kid's got good stuff and the potential to be great.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Man at second. Throws to first in time. Quick recovery from the misplay. Pays off for the out. Now it's the DH. Shoeless Joe Jackson. 0 for 1 so far. Into center. And it falls. Runner from third comes across. It's an RBI single. It's 2-2.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to. And you're never trying to do that as a hitter. But when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
2 outs. Runner on first. And here is Andrew Benintendi. That's to third. Slings it across. And Benintendi is out. And that is that. They get 2 and draw even again. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. We are base is empty,
Now
1 away. Here's the White Sox DH, Shoeless Joe Jackson. And first offering is fouled off. You think back to 2017, and Cleveland set a major league record. 22 consecutive wins they had. It was capped off with a 10-inning walk-off win. Pretty amazing streak and a big part of the history of this yard. Tosses to first, 2 away. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there. And that is gone. His first homer in the majors, and they're going to have to send somebody to get that ball for him.
Always such a special moment. You know this is one of the biggest thrills of his life. He's got to be floating around the bases right now.
Yeah, he'll remember every detail of that at-bat for years, as he should. It's a true once-in-a-lifetime event.
Now, Boog, there's so many times when a young player might wonder if he's ever even going to get to the big leagues and do something like this. Well, he doesn't have to wonder anymore. His bat looks like it's in the zone for such a long time, and that gives him the ability to get barrel on it and hit the ball out to any part of the park.
And next to hit for the Sox, Shoeless Joe Jackson. He's already homered in this game. To first, might be 2. Goes to second for 1. The double play ends it right here. Espino with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show has action out of the AL Central. It's the Chicago White Sox taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Biggest storyline coming into this one is how effective this team's starting rotation has been of late. They've been on an absolute tear, Chris. First pitch coming your way next. just about ready to go. Getting the nod on the mound, Tanner Bybee. What do you have on him?
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year. A sub 350 ERA. And, you know, guys like that, you may think, well, they're elite pitchers that are pitching sub twos. They're dominating. But when you can have that kind of consistency, you know you have a chance to win the ball game every time he takes the mound. So, you know, good season last year. Opportunity for him.
Now, this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And that one is out of here. His second homer this series. It's 2-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Luke, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
One down. And next is the designated hitter, Shoeless Joe Jackson. He's already homered here in this one. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Squeezes it. 2 down. Shoeless Joe Jackson steps to the plate for the White Sox. There's a strike. Jackson with another scorching run of play lately. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Benintendi to the plate.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
This one in the air. And that'll do it.
Now batting.
So now it's the White Sox DH, Shoeless Joe Jackson. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast, and that swing will give him confidence the rest of the way.
On the ground. And that's just foul. And that's off
a ball.
The inside edge. And it's a ball and a strike. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 ball, 2
See if you can
strikes.
go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
1 out, base is empty. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings through it for the K. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea. Man at first, and now the DH, Shoeless Joe Jackson. He's already homered in this game. That one ripped left field. And it hits the fence. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Andrew Benintendi up to the plate. 2 on, 1 out. On the ground, right side, base hit. 1 run is in. Here's the throw to the plate, and he's out.
That's an excellent job. That's the way to come up firing right there. Very aggressive and ready to show off the arm. Keeps the run for scoring.
First and second, 2 down. At the plate, Stephen Kwan. On the ground, and this should do it. And that is the ball game. Number 64 with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case, as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
This one ends 7-0 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew. Live from Cleveland, this is Progressive Field. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Chicago White Sox taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Well, Singy, we get to see one of the hottest hitters in the league today. Quite the streak he's riding.
Seriously, Boog, he's been on fire at the plate. A major boost for this team, and I enjoy seeing greatness on display. And this guy just gets it done.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go now. And today's starter, Luis Ortiz.
A very forgettable start his last time out. Was only able to work a couple of innings. We're looking for him to put it all together today. Command, tempo, and just really a confident presence out there on the mound.
Digging in, Shoeless Joe Jackson. Base hit center field. And that keeps the inning alive.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great.
Runner on the go. Squirts away a little bit. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game. And that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment, or players are going to be running all game.
Softly hit into right field. And it's in there. Base hit. Coming home. The throw in. It's offline. The run comes in. And it's 1-0. That extends his hitting streak to an even dozen, Singy. Do opposing pitchers start to take notice when a guy's on a roll like this?
Yeah, I think so, Boog. It's not like it changes the scouting report on a guy or anything like that too much, but you're aware of who's swinging the hottest bat, and that's definitely him right now.
Arias pulls that one down, and that Shoeless Joe Jackson steps to the plate for the White Sox. Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it. He'll circle the bases. It's 6-4. That's his third straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
So 1 out, nobody on. Shoeless Joe Jackson steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Shoeless Joe Jackson.
That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 1. Gaddis, in his second season, he features a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a changeup. One down, base is empty. That misses the zone. 2-1.
You get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 7-5.
Get as many high fives as possible, man. This guy's a ball of energy right now and having the game of his life.
Now it's the DH, Shoeless Joe Jackson. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Well, he just couldn't get out of the way of that one, and that's not an easy thing to do when you got a fastball coming in hot.
Now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit. Checks over to first. Back safely. Jackson gets his lead at first with nobody out. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Up next for Chicago.
So up next for Chicago, Brooks Baldwin. And here it comes. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Infield fly called there. Two on, 1 out. Here's the center fielder, Michael A. Taylor. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second, and he moves up a base. So 2 away with runners at the corners. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Tim Elko will hit next. Right back to him on the mound. To first, and that's the 3rd out. 2 left on. 2, 3, 4 set to hit in the bottom of the 9th. It's the White Sox 10 and the Guardians 6. 2 down, bases empty. Stepping up for the Guardians, Kyle Manzardo. Hit hard on the ground to short. Throw to first. Ball game. And the White Sox win the rubber match of this 3-game series.
This is a huge win to take this series on the road before heading back home. You go home feeling good about yourselves. You've got some good momentum. But at home, you also have a higher expectation to play well. So they're going to have to maintain the focus because those fans are expecting a lot.
Final score here today, 10-6. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi.